Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about how you must stay focused on your business to be successful. Proverbs 27:18 says this, "Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof, so he that waiteth on his master shall be honored." Now I want to focus on that first half. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. It is very important when you have a business, whether it's a startup or a long-running business, if you're going to be successful, you have to be focused and diligent in your efforts. You can't get sidetracked. Like that person who is keeping the fig tree and maintaining it and doing the things that it needs to be fruitful, you're going to have to do that in your business. And what I've seen happen so often to so many people, where it should be very plain and obvious that they need to be focused on their business to be successful, they start getting any kind of success. And then they start venturing off into other areas. Well, I'm going to start a new business. I'm going to do this. And some of it could be they get puffed up in pride. So they get a little bit of success and they think, well, I can be successful in anything. And while most certainly you can, but if you start scattering your focus, diffusing it basically, then you have half-hearted efforts in more than one business. So instead of being focused and diligent in one area, now you're not focused and not diligent in two areas. And that doesn't equal success. That equals failure or mediocrity at best. And that happens so often. And people see billionaires who have 20, 30, 40, 100 businesses and think, well, that's what I'm going to strive for. But the thing is, those individual billionaires got that one business going and had a team and had it established and running by itself before they went off on those other ventures for the most part. They didn't go and have a struggling business and then go start another struggling business. And this happens so often. It seems to be a temptation that entrepreneurs have, but especially if you have ideas and you want to create, there's a real tendency to get dragged off to another idea and get bored with the one idea before it reaches full maturation, before you get the fruit from the fig tree. And you're already off on something else and you're letting the fig tree die. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't start other businesses. Of course, if you want to, do that. But make sure that the business you have that is getting going and successful or heading towards success has the structure in place to keep that monumental movement forward and upward. If you're barely getting by and struggling, you should not be focused on anything except getting your business going to the next level. To get sidetracked on another business when you haven't even got this one business really going at full speed yet is to lead yourself to failure. Proverbs 22:29 says, "Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men." When you're diligent in your business, not getting sidetracked, not getting lost, not getting tossed about to and fro, but you're firm and steadfast and diligent about your business, you're focused on that business, you're going to get success. And if you put a team in place that can manage that and keep it going in the right direction, then you can certainly then go and start other businesses. But if it's just you, especially if it's just you, and you can go start other businesses when you don't even have the first business going well, that is a recipe for disaster. And it would be like this person who is keeping the fig tree, going off and starting to take care of an apple tree now, and ignoring the fig tree and the pruning it needs and the effort that they need to be putting forth to make sure that fig tree produces the biggest harvest it can. Many people have stopped short because their business started bringing in 6 figures a year, and they kind of coasted. And I'm not telling you to be concerned overly about the exact amount of money you're bringing in, because that's not the main focus. The main focus is you being the best you possibly can be. But for most people, bringing in 6 figures a year is not the best they could possibly be. They may think right now that is the best they could possibly do, but it just isn't the case. There is so much money out there, and so many people wanting your goods or services. To settle for just 6 figures a year is really limiting yourself. And it's limiting God. Because God gives you freely of all things to enjoy. Why can you not be blessed? Because the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. And so I want to encourage you today to double up on your efforts. Is there an area of your business that you have been slacking on, you haven't been focused on, you've been letting kind of go to the wayside, and it's holding you back? Now also, make sure that what you are focused on in your business is not things that don't need to be done, or things that you could outsource to somebody else. I've known business leaders making their own logos, struggling to do it as well, spending days making a logo where they could have paid somebody $10 to $50 and had a way better logo made and not have put any of their time into it. They could have been doing something else that they're actually good at. This isn't to say you just outsource everything, but especially if you're not good at something and it's wasting your time, you're not doing it efficiently, bring in people who can do it. Most often that will save you money and make you more money. And that individual who's doing the thing for you that you couldn't do well or didn't want to do, they're being blessed because they are being paid for their service. That's the best case scenario for everybody. But if you're getting sidetracked in these little things that you don't like to do, you're getting distracted, you're not tending, you're not keeping your fig tree, your focus is off on paths it shouldn't be on, then your business is not going to do that well. You need to focus on what makes this business money and how can I improve that. And all these little side things, tidying up your desk and doing this and doing all these little trivial things that people do to fill up time, to waste time basically, to feel like they're doing something. Just because you're sitting in your office shuffling papers around doesn't mean you're getting stuff done. Make sure that when you're at work, there's actual work being done, and it's work toward that bottom line, stuff that has to be done. And if it's stuff that doesn't have to be done right now, or someone else could be doing it right now while you're focused on the stuff that makes the money and keeps the company in business, let someone else do that. Don't be afraid to hire someone else. We live in a world now where there's tons of freelancers. People want to do things on a job-by-job basis. Pay someone to do that, and keep your focus on your business where you can make the most profit and be the biggest blessing that you can be. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.